Burning news stories here. So you want to be a cult leader? Naturally, you'll need to come off very nice at first and make sure you go for vulnerable people who are looking for answers, lonely, normal people. You'll have to become very good at what you do to get people to believe anything you say. This will help in building your church faster. And the more souls you can accommodate, the more money you'll make. Oh, I almost forgot. A background in the study of psychology would be a blessing, but you can still become the leader of your dreams without it, especially here in Jamaica. Right now you might be thinking, they will never fall for this crap, but trust me, soon you'll be raking in millions per week in payment by telling members of your cult, church, that they need to pay to go on some kind of divine arc journey. You'll have followers worshiping you, not just God, and calling you His Excellency or something along those lines. Hey, the only limitation will be your imagination when it comes to how grand you want to be in this line of work. So, here is a list of traits that will make you a successful cult boss. You need to rule with absolute religious badness and take no accountability whatsoever for your actions. After all, you were ordained by God. How dare mere mortals judge you? You must have absolutely no tolerance for questions or critical inquiry of any kind. If a member asks too many questions, the solution is simple: cast them out into the wilderness and tell all the other members not to talk to that devil. Never disclose your finances. No budgets, income, expenses, and most important of all, never allow any independently audited financial statements. Pocket watching must be portrayed as blasphemy. Next, you'll need a sales pitch in the form of an unreasonable fear about the outside world, such as impending catastrophe, evil conspiracies, and persecutions. For example, you could tell them they can join you on your ark. For a price, of course. Tell your worshippers that there is never any legitimate reasons to leave. All former followers must be seen as wrong, negative, and definitely wicked. I would go as far as labeling them as possessed, but to each his own. Always make your followers feel they can never be good enough. The moment they believe they can size up, they will rise up. So pay particular attention to this. Trample their self-esteem and always publicly expose their insecurities, and you'll keep them in line. You are never wrong. As the group's leader, you're always right. As the saying goes, might is right, kick them out if they ever put up a fight. Lastly, you will need to be the exclusive means of knowing truth or receiving validation. No other process of discovery is really acceptable or credible. Not the Bible, life experiences, family or loved ones' advice, not even their own thoughts, just you. So those are the key elements of being a cult boss. Now, if you're really dedicated and driven enough by delusions of grandeur, I guarantee you these traits will make you into the full-fledged narcissist you were born to be. You'll gain local and international acclaim like His Excellency Kevin O. Smith. Oh, could I forget? Something else you should know how to do is protecting yourself from the troublemakers. You can protect yourself from troublemaking group members by destroying their BS detector. Never let them check things out, know facts, or examine evidence. A brainwashed group will appreciate your decision-making process. In closing, always get angry and anxious just because someone wants to make an informed and careful decision before joining. If you made it this far and still believe I am actually being serious, then you are definitely a psychopath, and the following events will hopefully be your fate too. Can't say I didn't warn you. Watch, learn, and for God's sakes don't repeat.
On October 16, 2021, he started documenting on his Facebook page prophecies of planes falling from the sky and boats sinking. On Sunday, October 17, he posted a message on his Facebook page which stated, quote, "All members of Pathways baptized under my hands only must be present at church on October 18, 2021. Instructions were also given that members' cell phones be switched off and left at home wrapped in aluminum foil. At about 7 on the evening of October 17, the police, acting on a report made by a member of the church, swooped down on the property. When everything settled, 3 persons were dead and 3 hospitalized. The pastor of the church, wearing very little, was handcuffed before being taken away.
No, but you said 9 o'clock you have open at the heart.
Rapture is raptus, which is rape, torture. That is what the rapture is. I come with salvation. I do not come to rape my people of their freedom, of their breath. You have to pay in this nation to walk your carbon footprints. If you march in this nation, you must pay. If you breathe in this nation, you must pay. Do you not understand that Pharaoh has built his great house and he is stepping on your necks? Pharaoh tried to bring me down.
So what I'm able to confirm now that there was an accident this morning, sometime after 9, about 9:30, along the Church Road in the vicinity of the Linstead bypass, where 4 persons were injured in that vehicle. What we know is that there were the two suspects that were involved in the double murder investigation in St. James last week were being taken to Kingston in 2 vehicles, along with and being escorted by police officers. One vehicle was the pilot, the other was behind. The vehicle that was behind, based on the account given by the pilot vehicle, that they heard crashing sounds and then they realized that the vehicle overturned. Not sure exactly what transpired. What we know is that from the vehicle that overturned, there were 4 persons seriously injured. 2 of them have succumbed to their injuries. We lost a constable, as well as Mr. Kevin Smith, who was one of the suspects in the matter involving the church incident. He also died in the accident as well. The other 2 police officers are now in critical condition and undergoing treatment.